Hi, hello. My people, my people. This is Michael Aiko Smith, and it's Thursday, the 26th of June, 2025, from the studios of MS Media and collaboration with Cubase Concept. Yeah, to all the New Yorkers out there and the fellow Africans, this is Michael Aiko Smith, broadcasting all the way from Africa, and I would say somewhere in Africa, but I'm Ghanaian. And for those of you who are coming into my inbox and sending me messages through email as well, um, I love you. Yeah, my email is bookingsaikomusic at gmail.com. Bookings music at gmail.com. So bookings, as in normal bookings, BOOKINGS, Aiko AYEKOO, music as normal music at gmail.com. So it's bookings Aiko music at gmail.com. And I will receive your mail and anything that you want to ask me. This episode it's a question. Is Diddy's trial in jeopardy? Is Diddy's trial in jeopardy? I'm asking a question, and the answer is obvious. Look, this is something that I saw yesterday. When immediately I saw the news that prosecution decided to drop three charges, I said to myself, this is a win for Diddy. This is a win for Diddy as far as the juries are concerned. Look, and I'll tell you why. If I'm a jury, you waste my time all this while, all this several weeks, 7 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, and last minute, you decided to drop these charges. That raises credibility problem. That raises credibility problem. And let me go through the charges they dropped. I have here attempted kidnapping, attempted arson, aiding and abetting sex trafficking, aiding and abetting sex trafficking. These charges were dropped last minute yesterday, and I'm telling you, I said when I saw it, I said to myself, this is credibility crisis for the prosecution. If I'm a jury, this is what I'll be thinking. And so the other charges that they are going to pursue are here. Instead, prosecution will pursue or will focus on these charges as I read them. Completed acts of kidnapping, arson, sex trafficking, drug distribution, witness tampering, and bribery. Let me start with acts of kidnapping. Diddy kidnapped who? Diddy kidnapped who? Who was kidnapped by Diddy? Who is that person? Or the individuals who were kidnapped by Diddy? Kidnapped to do what? We have seen and heard text messages from these so-called ladies who are supposed to be kidnapped. The victims of kidnapping have been sending love messages telling Diddy how they felt, how they feel loved, and so on and so forth. So where is the kidnapping? Arson. You know, one of the charges they dropped was attempted arson, and now arson. So they are charging him I was talking to a friend in South Korea. He's from South Korea, and he lived in the US before. And I was speaking to him. He's a good friend, an old friend, been an old friend for a while. He's from South Korea, a South Korean. And he said, Michael, you know something? The US justice system is sickening. And that is why, he said to me, he said, that is why we have so many young, innocent blacks in jail. That is why we have so many innocent blacks in jail. Because there's a weak justice system that it's easier for prosecution to jail young people, especially black young men. We are doing this for you African Americans. Most of you on social media, you are so uneducated. You have not educated yourself. All you want is to dress, wear big chains, and the ladies want to wear some wonderful dresses, put on beautiful perfume, and you think that is the world for you. African Americans, it's so sad. I am an African, and I love my fellow African Americans, but most of you have not educated yourself in so many areas in life. So it's easier for the media, for social media, for many people to lie and then you buy into it. Some of you even think that Diddy is so guilty, and some of us are trying to help him get away. For those of you women, I am an African, I live in Africa. Anytime I travel out of Africa, I travel and come back to Africa. I don't stay there. Africans visit the US, Africans visit the UK, visit Canada, Europe, and so on. And they come back. There are Africans who also live there. But this is about African Americans. This is about African Americans. Your grandchildren, your sons, your great grandchildren after you. What is being done to your brothers, your fathers, your brothers, your fathers, your sisters. This is what we are fighting for. This is what I have here in my hands, the whole court issues, proceedings, and I've gone through them. The media, the whole society in America should entertain this. It's so sad. So, kidnapping. So I asked, kidnap who? Arson. By who? A charge of arson, attempted arson dropped. Now, arson, the one who attempted arson is Diddy. So that arson charge is against who? Diddy? No way. It don't stick. So we've said that already. Sex trafficking. Once again, these ladies, most of them are the ones who organized these guys, a few of them, who came to have whatever they want to have with them. They claim it's Diddy who organized them. Okay? They claim it's Diddy who organized them. This is bizarre, and I tell you, it will fail. Drug distribution. The prosecution is so dumb. You know, when we talk about drug distribution, it's a wide network. A drug addict, yes, but is it a crime to be an addict? But to trade in drugs, is it because of the testimony from that white dude? And what's the quantity of drugs found on him? What's the how many grams of drugs? I don't know. I have no. Somebody correct me in the comments. So that qualifies to be a drug distribution network or company. Credit us. Those of us in Africa, most of you think we are in the third world. But let me tell you something. We are well educated. Individuals in Africa are so well educated. Of course, we have majority of Africans who are not educated. But let me tell you, the ratio, the gap is closing. It's becoming smaller and smaller every year. I watch the court series in America. I watch your drama podcast and all that. I watch it on television and some, and I see when people appear in court, the average American is so naive about about issues that an African who has not even been in the classroom can answer. I think most African Americans think that it's the bling bling, it's the swag, it's the dress to kill, it's looking for money, and that is all it is. You have to educate yourself so that when we are even fighting for you, you don't even know and understand why we are fighting for you. It is not about Diddy. It's not about Diddy. This trial is not about him. It's way bigger than him. This trial is not about Puff Diddy. It's about African Americans, young African Americans, the innocent ones that are in jail because of prosecution of this nature, because of prosecutors, very, very crooked prosecutors. So the drug distribution will not hold. Witness tampering. Are they relying on the fact that the Cassie assault, there's a guy in the hotel who, is it about the CCTV that Diddy happens to have given the young man money? The young man is an individual. He's not working for the state. He's just an individual. And if that actually happened, if it is proven, that is not witness tampering, because that the witness tampering is about Cassie's assault. That case is not before this court. That's the only witness tampering we know of. Diddy trying to buy, or whether he bought the tape of the CCTV that supposedly recorded that incident, the assault incident, he purchased it. If that is what you are talking about, then that particular case of assault is not before this court. So witness tampering with what? And bribery, the last one, I'm just touching on them briefly because I just, anytime I go through it, I get irritated. So bribery, bribing who? Is it linked to the tape? Bribery. This is a desperate prosecution that is looking to hold on to straws, anything, trying to hold on to something. They are trying so much to go after Diddy, and they are patrolling. They are trying to, what we call fishing expedition, trying to fish things, trying to put things together. The prosecution, they were fooled, just as some of us were earlier on. I saw it even before the court case started. I saw the social media videos pieced together graphics, videos that were created to serve a purpose by unknown people, unscrupulous people. They do that all the time. You see yourself kissing somebody, and this AI stuff. We saw Diddy with guys in bed. Where are all that allegation we saw? So the prosecution fell, just as most of you did. The prosecution is so ashamed of itself that they fell. Where is the Macmillan? Where is the Jennifer Lopez video with Diddy? We were told. Where is the sex tape with black men, black stars, T.D. Jakes, the noble bishop was mentioned, and I saw videos, created videos, fake videos created as Diddy is kissing him. We saw all that. So the prosecution fell for this hoax and fake videos. And some of the online podcasts, especially the women, fell for it because they don't know, most of them don't know anything about AI. They don't know anything about the editing aspect. I'm an editor, so I understand when pictures and videos are pieced together for it to serve a purpose. It's fake. Prosecution fell for it. So ask yourself, that noise about Diddy sleeping with, none of it was in court. Where are the many witnesses we're told we're bringing? All the superstars, the actors, the musicians, these celebrities, where are they? They're supposed to come out. And I want to ask a question. Where are these supposed old jargons? Some of you wanted to revive your career. Dead superstars. When you heard about Diddy's trial, you decided to come out and grant interviews and make wild allegations. Where are you? Liars. Liars. African American, you know how the hustle is. You know how it's so difficult to break through as a black man, as an African American in the USA. This young man is not perfect. He's been naughty. He has preference for sexual activities like most people do. It's not new, especially in the advanced world. You do all these things. We in Africa didn't know about what we call threesome, foursome, and all that all came from there. So most of you are engaged in, especially those superstars. So what is so strange about the things being said in court? What happened to the baby oil? And what purpose would it serve? I saw a huge number of baby oil in Diddy's home. So it constitutes to what? And yet, the whole internet, the whole discussions for about 3 months last year is about baby oil, baby oil. It tells you how uneducated most African Americans are. And the average white American also. Most of them. Let me even say Americans, but majority of those who are uneducated in so many issues, not legal issues, even normal life issues concerning things, everything. I think most of you, what you know is food, drink, food, and blink, blink. No rational human being will make a fuss about someone discovering a large quantity of baby oil in a home. One, it's not funny. Two, it's not anything bizarre. In Africa, we saw a quantity of baby or so. Africa, people conclude maybe he's selling them. Maybe he has some distribution network for baby oil. It's not an illegal stuff. Cassin baby oil. I saw Cassin. It's not Cassin baby oil or whatever company it is. So when I see baby oil, and I'm told there's 2,000 baby oil found in somebody's home, it means the person is guilty of something. And the whole 3 months, African Americans, especially, I mention you because you have your superstars appearing on shows and making baby oil a big deal. Is that how naive you are? Then African blacks are smarter than most of you. I'm sorry. Because we here, we think because the hardship here is so it's biting that you would put on your thinking cap all day at the very young age. So every African is you cannot outwit any African, average African. I'm not talking about those who have been to school and intellectuals and PhD holders. No, I'm talking about normal street African. The time you people were hyping this case, Africans were like, what? We were like, what is the big deal about baby oil? Does it constitute a crime? Hey, this baby oil. Now the baby oil is going to create a whole thing for Diddy. This is, it's funny. No, my brothers and sisters, African Americans, love your own. See Diddy as your brother. Look, I know for a fact that at least in every home, in every black community, in the home of every black community, there is there's a black boy, a black man who has been incarcerated. That's the kind of system you live in. So to you, it's life as usual. It's a big deal in Africa for somebody to be incarcerated. The whole family will weep, and it's like a funeral. In Africa, when someone is incarcerated, it's not that common in amongst the black community in America. So some of you think it's just a thing that you 30 years in prison and 30 years, you will serve 30 years. You say it like it's a chicken change. Because most of you have hopelessness. You have decided to sell your dignity, your rights, your freedom for justice, your justice, everything, you've thrown it to the dogs. If you rise to the top as an African American, you have to be brought down by all means after a few years. That's why when I saw Kevin Hart making fun of his brother Diddy, I said to him in my previous video, I said, watch your back. It's not the feds who come for you. All these things about Diddy was created by African Americans, friends, colleagues, industry players. And I said, those dead horses, when the Diddy's raid, the raid in his home happened, we saw dead actors, musicians that we haven't heard of, dead career. They decided to ride at the back of Diddy's issue to come back into the limelight and come and lie. Where are you? We thought that the number of interviews you granted was to prepare us for you to come as witnesses. Most of you said, let me remind you, most of you said you worked for Diddy. Some of you were bodyguards. Some of you were like escorts. That's what you claim. Some of the ladies says, yes, I knew him. I worked for him. I'm no more ex-workers and all that. Where? And these are celebrity friends who came. One guy, a good actor, I respect so much. He came to sit there and was telling the guy interviewing him that I went to Diddy and he looked at me at the other side and he was making advances at me. And I was like, whoa, he was just watching me. He's watching you because you are talking to him about something. And people can put their thoughts together. Look, I used to have a boss. He calls you to his office. He's not gay. He can never be gay. He's never a gay. He's never gay. I have a boss, my former boss, many years ago, not on radio, before radio. I had a boss I was working with. Let me mention his name, people know him. It's called Asuna Records, Robert Frimpong of blessed memory. And people know him. And he has something about him. He calls you Michael. I stand in front of him. Then he says, sit down. Then he's putting his thoughts together. He'll be watching you for a while. Then you say, okay, now I remember why I called you. Okay, okay, give me a minute. Let me put something together. He's trying to. There are people like that. They'll look at you and then put the thoughts together. People do that all the time. It's what's strange about it. Diddy was looking at me his funny way, and then he looked at me, and the way he was looking at me, I asked somebody, and he says he wants to F you. What the meaning is that he wants to F you. He say Diddy didn't tell me directly. Liars. And you are such a great actor. I love you so much. I love you as an actor, and I love your movies. I respected you so much until that day. When I saw it, I was disgusted. A colleague, a friend called you to his, he liked you. He wanted you to put, maybe even before him is trying to put his thoughts together. What can, something. So he's looking at you, a fellow man, and you felt funny because of the way he's looking at you. Why would you feel so that way? In the first place, you are the suspect. Why would you feel funny when a fellow man is looking at you? And he's looking at you. Are you a woman? Why would only women feel that way? If I sit in front of somebody and he's looking at me and he's not saying anything, I won't think he's a gay, because that's not the only thing that will come into my mind. I'll say, if this idiot is not ready to tell me whatever is on his mind, the reason he called me here, I'm out of here. Gay is not what will come into my mind. You bloody liar. These ladies are so aggrieved and so angry with Diddy. I'm talking about Cassie. I'm talking about Jane Doe and the rest. They are so upset with Diddy, and they want Diddy put away. So they would have come with suspicions of Diddy sleeping with men, because these ladies were with Diddy for a long period, some about 10 years and some less and some more than 10 years. That kind of relationship. My wife, if I'm a gay, my wife is the only one who can tell you. If I'm not a gay, my wife is the only one who can tell you. And that is why I'm saying that these ladies were with Diddy for a long period. All the association was about Diddy having an affair with fellow girls, not guys. So where is the homosexual accusation? Nothing. Nil. Meanwhile, we saw videos of Diddy kissing. We saw pictures with Diddy with guys and uncompromised this thing. Now somebody said that Usher and all those guys, what happened? What happened to Usher? Because these guys, we were told they had bad experiences, and Diddy sort of, manipulated them at the young age. Justin Bieber is another person. I'm even told that he's depressed, and he said something online recently, and somebody's trying to link it to Diddy's trial, that the guy is depressed because watching Diddy's trial reminds him of the... What kind of society do you live in America? Why do you blacks, and most of you are blacks, Given some few white ladies online, those ladies who do podcasts online, your credibility is at stake. After this Diddy verdict, which I know is going to be not guilty, not guilty, not guilty throughout, you haven't proven anything. Most of you will be seen for what you are. You have lost your credibility already, but you will lose more credibility and you will fade away soon. You know yourselves, those white ladies on YouTube lying every day. I heard one of them saying yesterday, just saying that, yeah, the prosecution is having a field day because the defense did not bring any witness. And then, of course, did not take the stand. Why didn't Diddy take the stand? It means that he's telling um, the jury that I'm guilty, I am F up, and there's nothing to prove. I have no witnesses. I have so uneducated and naive with even legal issues. And you sit in a studio and talking to people. African Americans, most of the people who put themselves out there to create content and speak to you on daily basis, that you contribute, watch, you give them views, you give them money. Most of them are so naive and they give you nothing but lies. Because you are also not familiar with some of these legal stuff and you don't want to learn, I am begging every African American in America, in the USA, wherever you may find yourself, the internet, Google is free. Google legal stuff. That is how some of us learn. Google every case. If you want the cases are there, case study, available to you free of charge. Don't just eat, sleep, play music, and walk in the streets with hoodie. Especially the guys. You are the ones the justice system is designed for, to incarcerate you, to frustrate you. How many girls are in jail? If you look at the ratio of men in jail, the men in jail, the men in prison in the United States are so many that I'm told in every community and in every home, there is a man in prison. In every family setting, they have a man. I want to even limit it to a man. It could be more. This is the justice system that you live by. And yet you have the audacity to be writing to say, jail him, do this. Some of you think you are playing to the gallery of these white people. Some of you are so funny that you think you want to belong. So when you do that, it makes you a good person. Nobody likes you. The system is designed to frustrate you. The system is designed to make you, the white people themselves, they know that. And most of you, why? Look at, there's only one black man as far as the Diddy's attorneys are concerned. All of them are Caucasians. Only one black guy in it. All of them, the defense team, only one black guy. The rest are all white people. And I've seen white men fighting, white lawyers fighting to release black people. The lifestyle of an African American, especially those who are given opportunity to work with white people, they are the ones who send those messages. Jail him, do this, because he work in a white firm. They are managing for somebody. They don't even know how much you're worth. Once they hear the pay, they jump. They don't sit down to assess their value, whether they have been less paid or they deserve more. Just because they work in a white community, especially those blacks who work their way through, go to school, educated, and they find themselves in a white community. Maybe in a community of hundreds of white people, there are only 3 of them. Those people are so funny. The Django example. when we saw the Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django working for the white bosses and how wicked he was, how mean he was. He thought he was and so this is what is happening in your daily life. You find yourself in a white community because you went to school, you went to Harvard, you went to all these big universities, you qualified to work as an engineer or a doctor or whatever. You write nonsense about black people. You see people from the ghetto as not human beings. So PDD is, to you, he's a riffraff. He's a ghetto boy. He's uneducated. He's made money, so he should go to jail. Where is your sense of responsibility? Where is your patriotism? Why don't you love each other as black people, African Americans? Why? Anytime from the days of Michael Jackson's accusation of molesting children, from Bill Cosby to Mike Tyson's accusers, and every issue of a black man's scandal, black people feast on it. I don't know what makes them feel. Those of you who are not doing so well, I think when you feast on such negativity and hate, it makes you feel okay. It's like we are even. Some of you feel that your life hasn't gone so well and you are struggling to make ends meet, you don't have a job. So you sit in your ghetto, you sit in the comfort of your room, you see PDD being dragged on frivolous accusation, and you are just giving the prosecution something to hold on to. Little did you know, because you are 33 years old, young lady, a black lady, you want to support some black lady whose life is not the same as you. You are a decent woman, that's why you are at home. You are a decent woman, that's why you're not doing free offs. You are a decent woman, that's why you have two children with no father, but yet you're going to the hotel to clean as a cleaner and come back and feed those boys. You are a decent woman, and after your husband was shot dead in the streets of New York, in the streets of Manhattan, in the streets of California, you are young, you are a single mother going up and down from job to job, from paycheck to paycheck, trying to make ends meet for your children. Yet you sit in the comfort of your room and say, Cassie it's a victim, and Cassie, she's a victim. About a couple of years ago, she was given $20 million. Have you seen that money before? For just a mere allegation. You're empowering these girls. When somebody's incarcerated, I'm told by my Korean brother who lived in, my South Korean friend I mentioned earlier on, who lived in the USA for many years, and he was working in a legal firm. And he says there was a young man they were trying to release from jail. Even his own family were not cooperating. You see, they are so uneducated that once a judge, a white judge, or even a black judge finds their relative guilty, that's it. They don't want to have anything to do with appeal. Even that, you don't cooperate. Mothers are not cooperating because they are busy effing their boyfriends. Most of you are so insensitive. Your children are in jail because you are accused by their stepfather, your boyfriend. Your boyfriend accused your son of stealing, and you, the mother, will be in court to see your son jailed. Yeah, I know it. He's a nuisance. He's giving me a whole hell, making my relationship with my boyfriend a hell, and so let's jail him and I will be free. Most of you have sacked your daughters from the house because of your boyfriends. What is wrong with you, people? My fellow African Americans, what is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you all? What is wrong with you all? Follow this case as if it's your own. And look at this. Just listen to this scenario. If P. Diddy, a billionaire, a superstar, a mega superstar, known worldwide, can go through this, how much more you in the suburb of the United States? Most of you, your sons tell you, Mom, I'm going to Ricky's home and just going to watch some football and I'll come back. They won't come back. Either shot dead by police, either they have been arrested for something. And it's so bizarre. I have a cousin whose son was arrested, later released. He's an African. The son visited somebody and there was a crime next door. And he happens to be on the streets just by, he was arrested. And they found out, oh, this guy just arrived and he has no criminal record and all that. And that's what that was it. If he had criminal record previously, he could be innocent with this one. They don't look at that. Once he had criminal record of thievery or shoplifting, when something happens, they grab you and that's it. Because you, the parents, you, the family, have not abreast yourself with any legal things. That's what I'm saying. The average African is not a lawyer, but they have an idea how process go. My South Korean friend is telling me something because he's a lawyer. He says, Michael, I've practiced for 15 years in United States of America. He tells me that being a lawyer in America is so difficult, especially when you're defending a black family. They don't seem to have any idea about any legal rights, their rights to this, their right. They don't know anything. How do you do that? How do you live a life with so much naivety? It's so sad. I love you. I'm an African. But up your game. I hope the new generation will do better than our age group. Because most of you are so dumb. Some of you, as soon as the feds get you, prosecution brings charges, you are guilty already. You accept the guilty verdict. Your language, your everything. That's what you've done to Diddy. Oh, he's going to go in. He's going in. He's going in. He's gone. He doesn't even know the merit of the case. He doesn't even understand what he's talking about. He's sitting at the barbering shop and all he does is that he's eating some sausages and that's what they do. Oh, yeah, Diddy's gone. Diddy's gone. He's a goner. I had a case. Kidnapping, abetting, arson, distribution of drugs. That dude is gone. Nothing. He ain't coming back. Ain't coming back. Ain't coming back. No. Ain't come back. Yeah. Diddy's case, I don't want to hear. He's gone. The charges, 7? No, he's going to come back. No. Life is all about that. Meanwhile, he's about 66 years old. Maybe he's 50 years old. He hasn't learned nothing. He hasn't learned anything. All his life, what he knows is to move from the house, go to the gambling center, from there, go to the barbering shop, from the barbering shop to the restaurant to eat some food. He goes to chat with some friends. They talk all kinds of BS. And after BS, he goes to look for the girlfriend and goes home. He goes to snore, sleeps, watch movies, nothing, no research, nothing. When the police arrest him on the street, he said, what have I done? I've done nothing. When he has even done something. He doesn't even know what he has done. When you appear in front of a judge and you say, I did nothing, you look stupid. You did something, but what you did must not bring you to where you are. When you tell a judge like that, he knows you know you're right. He knows you know you're right. You are arrested in the streets, you are fighting with policeman. When he says, come with me, I'm giving you a ticket, I'm impounding your car, you leave it, let go. You face him in court, look for a lawyer, you can win the case with no qualms. But instead, you exchange fisticuffs, you become physical with a police person, and the body cam films you and sends it to the judge. Now your previous crime is put aside and they are going to jail you on assault. That's how stupid and naive you are. In Africa, when you are called to the police station, when the police invite you, even by phone call, we are there. We go there. We go there with a lawyer. Sometimes we go alone to go and figure out, because we know how the answers. That's why most Africans don't hire a lawyer until it's important. The average African, we don't need a lawyer because every young man knows something. We learn it on our own from our parents because our parents are smart. This continent, you can't survive here not being smart. When we say smartness, it's not outwitting people. That's what your understanding is. Being smart is be able to know some few things about something. You guys know nothing. Most of you don't know anything. Look at how naive Michael Jackson was. When he's being interviewed by Oprah and he's asking him about things, he can't even put his thoughts together about a court where he went to court and where he thinks is people. And it's not only Michael Jackson, most of these stars. So you are jailed even before your trial began because you make up things that are not necessary. You have a pathetic justice system in America. It's so sad. And it's all aiming at black people. If they can do this to Bill Cosby, they can do it to R. Kelly. When a white lawyer came out a couple of weeks ago and said and alleged that R. Kelly's life is in danger, some of the black people came out. I saw them online saying, hey, this lawyer is lying. He's seen nothing. Few days or few weeks after it, we saw what happened to R. Kelly and he was hospitalized. Somebody tried to give him overdose. And that white man is not a black man. It's a white dude. You may think he wants some few dollars. No. Most of these white people are genuine. Most of them are genuine. They just want to see justice being done. But the impediments, those who will make sure there are impediments of the way of justice are black people in the community. So the verdict is coming on. Closing remarks, and it's going to be interesting. I want to see the transcripts. I want to see from the defense team. Oh, it's going to be it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be sweet for the defense team, especially after these 3 charges that were dropped. And with these lawyers, you can trust them. They are brutal. Brutal, as you people say in America, brutal. Look, this is a case. If Diddy is found guilty, this will haunt most of you, man. Hey, because the kind of accusations are so bizarre to the extent that when he holds and I trust the New York jury. I trust you guys, man. You guys do a good job. Go back and see what was peddled against Diddy. Social media from last year, 2024. All those videos we saw with black men, this, that, and TD Jakes being a gay and almost killed a man. The rumors were so intense that it almost took the life of a man who has served God. Look, it's a crime, right? It's a sin, yeah? Against God's servant. You are accusing a man of something he has no knowledge about. A man of God, for that matter. You think it's going to be well with you? The last time your son was jailed a few weeks ago, you don't understand why. Because you sent a message and in a comment message against TD Jakes. And God said, "Oh, I saw you. Okay, okay. So three days ago, your son was jailed. 2 days ago, you lost your mother, who was dear to you. You think God does not reward? God rewards. You think the only time you see evil, then the Satan is at work. Anytime you see a bad omen or you go through calamity, that means the devil is at work. God does it too. Go and ask the Egyptians. God killed their sons. That's the God we have, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for him? No. He does it. He's the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for him? Not at all. So he rewards for those of you who lied and helped that lies to go on and on against Bishop T.D. Jakes over this PDD thing. The man recently spoke. It was Diddy's birthday. He went there for just 30 minutes to say hello to him and left. Yes, you can find a video, fake video, of him kissing Diddy. How disgusting that is. How abominable that is. Putting a man of that caliber, over 40 years in ministry, even if it's less, and it's 30 years in ministry, do you know what it takes to be a preacher man in a place like USA for 30 years with no scandal? The man has done it for so long, and this is what he deserves. Meanwhile, the church gives to the community, the black community especially. And you are the same people trying to crucify this man. Almost cost his life. God says, I ain't going to finish with you. TD Jakes, I want to see you. I want you to see with your eyes this trial and see whether anybody will mention my name. Who mentioned TD Jakes there? The prosecution has rested their case. Why is TD Jakes in all of that? Why didn't Cassie, who has been with PDD, Jane Doe, and all those people, all those witnesses, liars, those, I'm even short of words. Jeremiah 32:27. I'm the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? No. So when you are writing, contributing to TD Jakes, not only that, to even PDD, for those of you, God loves him. No matter his shortcomings, no matter his mistakes, his naughty self, God still loves him. What he has not done, he hasn't done it. So if you contribute to the fact that they should jail him, even as he will be freed, and I believe he will be freed, he will win this case. For those of you who are contributing for him, typing, either by messaging, either by comments, either by this, God has seen you. Beware. They are coming for your son. And God will fold his arms like this. I am the God of all flesh. I can do this. Is there anything I cannot do? I can ignore you. I can fold my arms. You pray to me, I'll be silent. I want you to ponder over it. And you know what will come on your mind? When they arrest your son, you remember 2 years ago, a year ago, few months ago, I was against Diddy. I wanted Diddy to be incarcerated. Now they got your son. God will make you remember, oh, what did I do? God, forgive me. Now I know how it feels. Now I know you mothers, especially the women. I was saying something earlier on. I said, you are decent women supporting Cassie, such a gold digger. Meanwhile, your daughters are working from paycheck to paycheck. You have trained your daughters to work at McDonald's. From McDonald's, they are in the clinic. They work. Some of them do two to three shifts before they come home to take a nap. I've seen young ladies who work, and you mothers are sitting there and typing, Cassie is a victim. Meanwhile, he made 20 million few years ago as compensation for the same thing, assault issue. The lady is writing a book and he wants sensationalism. You will see after this case that if Diddy is exonerated, you will see all the witnesses writing books or doing something. When you hear those text messages, freak off messages, and you see them, what shows that they were forced or coerced to do something? Where is the coercion? And you mothers, because you're uneducated, you don't want to learn anything, all what you do, most African Americans are so easygoing. They flow with the flow because you're just like hip hop parade, flow, hip hop parade, ho, hey, ho. That's what you do. No learning. I'm telling you, your sons and daughters, the new generation, those young people who are 14, 15, 16, 18 years, they will change the status quo. They will grow up not be like our generation in African American, African Americans. These young ones, these AI children, they have IQ, they have sensible. When you arrest them, they say, yes, I know my rights. Yes. They go and say, my honor, I did this, I did that. Most of you can't speak if a lawyer is not around you. Simple things. Traffic offense. You don't even know anything. All the time, it's like bounce, 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 bounce. Older men, old women, there's no difference. Bounce, bounce. You are 55 years old, 60 years old, you know nothing, no legal training, no legal understanding, you have nothing. Diddy's guilty. I've seen it. I know it. He doesn't know anything too. You don't know shit. You don't know shit. You heard them say it at the barbering shop. You heard them say at the grocery shop. So you're saying something. Yeah, he ain't killed. He ain't come back. Ain't come back. No, I know shit. He ain't coming back. Shit. He got money he's spending on women, and I'm here wallowing in poverty. He ain't coming back. You think that's how people are jailed? Because of your situation? What's that got to do with anything? You've forgotten the gambling, you've forgotten the alcoholism, the womanizing, no planning. They do that too, but they plan. You put all your money in the hands of a woman. You put all your money, most of you women are paying and are hating Diddy because you have nothing to hold on to. You want him. So most of you African Americans have in hopelessness, instead of praying to God and trying to be, and telling God, we want you to change our lives. You are in to hate Diddy, so that when Diddy is incarcerated, he will become like you. That's where your satisfaction is. Most of you, that's what you do. You are satisfied when your brother and sister is in trouble. Then they say, hey, I'm not alone. Yeah, at least I'm out. I have nothing to eat or feed on, but I'm okay. You're not okay. You are shit. You're okay. He can be in jail for 10 years, for 5 years, he will come back and he's still a billionaire. But he ain't going to jail. The prosecution found nothing. But do your best to become good men and women in African Americans. Do good and think of your sons. Instead of making sure Diddy is out, so that when your son is in trouble, you can run to him and say, Diddy, you got to take your brother out of jail. You got to find some money for them to get a good lawyer to bring my son. Your brother is innocent. Appeal to him. You are here hating. He did so well. Of course, there's nobody who go to that higher, go up there without offending anybody. You can't. Even some of us who are that low here, you have enemies. We are not billionaires, but we have enemies. You can't go through life without offending anybody, without making mistakes. All these things that were brought, an allegation were brought, are petty issues that stars and celebrities all do. Then I'm telling you, if Diddy is found guilty, then most of you celebrities are going to go to jail. I'm here, an African, I'm not a superstar. But I have people working for me. I have a security man here. I have I send them to do so. If I send somebody, I'm not into that lifestyle, but I'm saying that if I'm African, I'm here in Africa, and maybe my wife is not around, and I decide to have some fun, and I send my security guy or my guy to go and pick me some girl and comes to my home to have fun. I'm just saying, giving a scenario. So when that happens, I am engaged in prostitution. I'm engaged in kidnapping because I brought somebody here and the lady came willingly. What kind of allegations are these? Why would you want a jury, a very level-headed jury, to jail this man over these issues? Somebody comes to allege, say we were both, we took drugs and then we took drugs and we were having fun and all that. You say that as a witness. You say you took drugs. Most of these girls are doing things your daughters are not doing, but yet you are fighting for them. Meanwhile, you have trained your children very well. Just because you hate Diddy, you want Diddy to go to jail. My name is Michael Aiko Smith. The Aiko is AYEKOO, Michael Aiko Smith. Thank you for this podcast. And the podcast is so simple. Find it, subscribe to this channel, and love you, love you, love you. Subscribe to the channel and love it. Until next time, thank you. Have a lovely day.